All right, today I'm going to take a second to talk about the new set coming out, GD03 Steel Requiem. I don't know how I'm going to do these things or how I'm going to organize them, but for now, I'm going to do it by color. So this video is just going to be by blue and it will be divided into sections. The first section will be what I call quote unquote like generic. Just kind of like not part of an official archetype, not part of like an official subtype either. Just kind of an overarching, like for example, like Earth Federation, White Base, Xeon, Neo Xeon, Cyber New Type, stuff like that, because I feel like those cross pollinate a lot. So but you'll see. The way once I get going in the video, you'll see better. So right now we're gonna start off with the Gundam NT1. So right off the bat, it is a level 5 cost 4 blue unit with links to Christina McKenzie and Amuro Ray. So its effect is repair 2, and when paired, choose one rested enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. When this effect destroys an enemy unit, draw 1 card. So first thing is, I love anything that's paired. When paired, during pair is great because it is a lot more flexible, it is a lot more freeing. Whatever color you mix it with, you can just stick with any pilot under it and you'll get its effect. It is not restricted to its named pilot. Speaking of named pilots, Amuro Ray can link to this one. So that's cool too because you get its when paired effect. So you can link Amuro Ray, pair something with the 5 HP or lower, choose that rested enemy unit and deal 1 damage to it. And then if it's already at 1 and you pop that last HP, you get to draw a card. Not a bad little thing. I don't think it's anything to write home about, but I also don't think it's terrible. And then with Mackenzie, once we get to her in a little bit, I do think this card just gets a little better with everything that can link / pair to it. I like this card. It's 4 AP, 4 HP. So it turns into a 6/5 with Amuro and a 5/5 with Mackenzie. Not bad. And then we have its full armor form, which I don't know the lore. I haven't watched War in the Pocket. So if anyone wants to tell me why regular Gundam NT1 is a higher level and more attack and defense than what I assume would be the upgrade. Usually when you put armor on something, it's an upgrade. But anyways, speaking of the card game, this is a level 3 cost 2 blue unit with link requirement Christina McKenzie, Earth Federation, and it is a 2 AP, 3 HP. The effect is choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP, rest it. So it looks like we're just sticking to what blue do, rest and ping. That's blue's thing. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's level 3, so you can get it out early game. That's not bad. It can link, which is great. I mean, not really much to say about this one. GM Sniper, level 2, cost 2, Earth Federation, 2 AP, 3 HP. So it is the same stats as full armor, but it can't link. I mean, it's not bad. If you run an aggro deck, I mean, 3 HP is 3 HP. And then here we go, the homegirl of the hour, Christina McKenzie. So obviously burst, add this card to your hand, and her pilot effect is when playing this card from your hand and pairing it with a unit with Gundam NT1 in its card name, play this card as if it has 0 cost. So this is our pseudo 0 cost pilot. Obviously you're going to be playing her in any deck that has Gundam NT1, either one of the two. She's also a level 3, so you can play full armor at level 3, pay 2 with your EX resource. Still standing, and then play Mackenzie for free without using up your EX resource. So that gets you, in the early game, that can get you really ahead. So honestly, I really like Christina McKenzie. And then she's a level 3, so she's only 1/1. Plus 1 AP, plus 1 HP. That's what you've come to expect from level 3 pilots. Yeah, that's pretty much all there's to say about her. If you look like her, DM me, please. And then Healthy Curiosity. Honestly, this one, I think, might be one of my favorite cards to come out of this set. I think it's great. So, I came from Yu-Gi-Oh! And in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's this cute little card we call Upstart Goblin. Draw 1, your opponent gains 1,000 life points. Sounds not that great on paper, but in practice, is lit. This one. Draw 1. Then if there are 2 or more cards with a Healthy Curiosity in their card name in your trash, choose one enemy unit with 4 or less HP, rest it. You best believe I am going to play 4 of these things. In any blue deck I get my hands on. So think about Gundam right now. We have like Scryers. Pick up X number of cards on the top of your deck. Reveal 1, either or just pick one. You reveal it or pick one on your own, and either add it to your hand or put it on the top. And then whatever you didn't pick, you put it all on the bottom. So that's as close as we have to like a legit searcher. So any draw support, any cheap draw support that we get, I am so down with. Because Show of Resolve is good, but it's just too expensive, man. It's a level 4, cost 3. Going second, that's your whole turn. And even like that level 5, going second or first, you have what, 1, 2 resources left? Level 6, you have 3 resources left? You can play a few gyms, maybe a Roselle in a gym, or like it's a big pay to draw 2 cards for free. This one, level 3 cost 1, draw 1 card, easy, done. Like the way I see it, adding one of these, it's not as a 1-for-1 like it is in Yu-Gi-Oh, but if in Yu-Gi-Oh adding 3 upstarts turns your 40 card deck into a 37 card deck, I'd say with 4 Healthy Curiosity turns your 50 card deck into a 48 card deck. I'm cutting it in half because you got to pay for this. You ain't got to pay for Jack and Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, this card's dope. I like it a lot. And I think the rest is just a little bonus. Honestly, they could have just said draw 1 and been done there, and I would have been a happy little clam. But yeah, I'm down for it. And the alt art is very nice. And then field directive, choose one enemy unit with 2 or less HP rested. That sounds about blue. If 3 or more enemy units are in play, choose one rested enemy unit, deal 2 damage to it. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. It just seems like, everything's a siege ploy derivative. Yeah, I mean, it's a 1 cost, which is nice. And it has burst. I like burst. Bursts are nice. And then Rival Colony. Burst to play this card, add 1 shield to your hands on deploy, and then once per turn when you pair a pilot that is level 3 or lower with one of your units, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP rested. So this one I actually really like because it sets up a little early game combo for you. If you have this, full armor and Mackenzie, you play this, you drop full armor on turn 4. Those are 3 of your resources. You still got your EX, maybe, or not. Maybe you went first and you only have 3 resources, and then you can play Mackenzie for free. And then you have a Link on turn 3. That's wild. I think that's pretty good. I like it. 5 HP for a level 3, not bad. That's dope. And let me just side tangent. That art, beautiful. I want that as a map. That looks sick. Okay, and on to the Penelope cards. So the one in the set is going to start off with Penelope Middle Form. So level 6, 5 cost, 4/4 Earth Federation unit with lane aim as the link requirement. On deploy, choose 1 to 2 enemy units with 3 or less HP, rest them. Once again, we are just resting like there's no tomorrow. I don't know, man. Level 6, 5 costs, 4/4 naturally. And like all I get to do is rest something with 3 or less HP. Like I'd assume for that level and that cost, you at least let me rest like a 4 at least. Although I will say you do get to choose 2 enemy units if you can, if there are. So that's not the worst thing in the world. So I mean, 2 units for 3 or like 1 unit for 4 or 5 HP. I don't know, man. So then that is the only Penelope card that we have in the set. But when you compare it to what we got in the structure deck, so we got the level 7, 6 cost LR Penelope. During pair attack once per turn, if this unit is attacking the enemy player, reveal 1 Earth Federation unit card from your hand, return it to the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw 2. You get to draw. It's a 5/5, and then with aim under him, it becomes a 7/6. So that's pretty dope. I don't know, man. It's just because we also have the regular Penelope, the vanilla Penelope. That's a level 5, costs 3. So I guess we do kind of have like a little curve going on. We got the level 5 cost 3 Penelope. We got the level 6 5 cost Penelope from the set, and then we have the level 7 6 cost Penelope from the structure deck as well. But I mean, the Penelope cards just kind of seem lackluster. I mean, Lane is pretty good. Add this card to your hand, burst, Avi, and then when you draw with an effect, so that's cool. When you draw with an effect, so any effect, whether it's Penelope's effect, whether it's Show of Resolve's effect, whether it's Overflowing Affections effect, a third sign effect, what was that card we were just talking about? A Healthy Curiosity effect for 1 cost. If this unit is blue, it gains high maneuver during this turn. If you don't know what high maneuver is, it means this unit cannot be blocked, so unblockable. And it is a level 4 1-cost pilot with 2 plus 2 AP and plus 1 HP. Doesn't require any specific link or pair. Just if this unit is blue and you drew, high maneuver. I just don't see the set Penelope doing much because it just rests. It just doesn't feel cohesive to what we've gotten with the structure and such. And honestly, like the only thing that does what it's meant to do is the level 7 Penelope that we got from the structure, the LR, and Lane. So I think Lane might go better in maybe a Titans build since they like to draw stuff. I'm gonna go over them later, but I don't know. The Penelope card that we got, I think, is very lackluster, and I just think the Penelope cards as a whole are very lacking. Although I will say the Val, the base that we got in the structure is very nice, but once again, the healing is nice, but it just doesn't have anything to do with drawing cards. I'm gonna tell you this though, I'm gonna put Deval in a Titans deck immediately. But yeah, man, I don't see much from Penelope. Game wise, I'm sure they did a great job respecting the lore. I have yet to watch Hathaway's Flash. Okay, enough with the Penelope stuff. Right now, let's move on to Titans, or I guess with this set, the new support makes Jupitrus the dominant trait over Titans. So starting with the O, Repair 3. During pair, when one of your other units with repair attacks, choose one enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than that unit, rest it. So honestly, I mess with this a lot. The Repair 3 is awesome. Like, we already know how dominant Repair 2 can be, thanks to the Gundam from the structure deck. So Repair 3, oh man, can't wait to play with that. But yeah, so that has Repair 3, obviously. And then the During pair, which is nice. Like I said, I love me some pair effects over link effects. When one of your other units with repair attacks, choose one enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than that unit, rest it. So that's cool. I like those effects. I think it's pretty balanced. You know, you can't go higher than whatever you control. So that's pretty good. And then if you have two O's on the field, which honestly might not be that hard. It's only a cost 5. Level 7 cost 5, 5, 5. I could see you getting out multiple of these things. Like maybe 2, maybe not 4, but like 2 or 3 I could see. And then we have our other Titans. So we have Masala, which is another Titans Jupitrus. So that one has a just generic Jupitrus trait link. And this one also has Repair 1, level 6, 4 cost, 5, 4. And it's a blocker with repair. But yeah, so that's good. So like you do the O, you pair that when Masala attacks, just for example. I can choose an enemy unit that is level 6 or lower and rest it. That's not bad at all. And then you have Hambrabi. That one's just Titans. And that one links with Yazan Gable. It is a level 5, 4 cost, and a 5 AP, 3 HP. Attack, if you have 2 or more other Titan units in play, choose one enemy unit with 5 or less HP, rest it. It does what it does. This one's supposed to go with the current Titan support that we have, so like 4 and Psycho. You know, to swing over, rest something to swing over, get that breach, hit the shield, get that repair, and then draw with 4. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna mess with that a little bit, actually. And then we also have Bolanok Saman. I butchered that probably. During pair, this unit gains repair 2. What more do you want? Honestly, on a level 4 2 cost, that's not bad. He is a 3/3, but that's alright. He's a generic Jupitrus trait link. So that's not bad. So also, like, the O can target this guy, and then he can rest something that's level 4 or lower. Okay, and then we have Palace Athene. Deploy. You may choose 2 Titans cards from your trash, exile them from the game, and if you do, choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or lower, rest it. So honestly, combined with Salmon and this one, so you have 2 things that can rest level 4. So upon editing and re-listening to what I had said, I was really glazing this card way too much. Yes, you can rest all the level 4 blockers and under, which is your big Diaz, your Elfress and such. But you still have to exile, and you still have to play multiple Titans units. And I just don't see you playing this card in a Jupiter's deck, and I definitely do not see you playing this card in a pure Titans deck. I like the idea, but it's just the exile mechanic I don't think is quite there yet to be reliable. And then we have another card coming up that has an exile too, which I also dislike. So, yeah. I thought this card was better than it was, but I thought about it a little longer and it's aight. And we have another Masala MA mode. This one has repair 1, but it has repair. So it seems like most of the Jupiters either have repair or gain repair upon pair. And this one also just has a generic Jupiter's trait link. Hi Zach, while you have another Jupiter's unit in play, this unit gets AP +1 and repair 1. I mean, honestly, on these lower units, I mean, it's a level 2, cost 2, 2 AP, 2 HP. I mean, you're not really swinging into things that have 1 AP. So you're not going to really get the repair off. I mean, unless you pair it with something to make it 3 HP, you're going to swing against a lot of things that have 2 AP. So I could see that. But it's just neat that it has it, that it has access to it. And then you have your Isaac custom. While you have 2 or more Titan units in play, this card in your can gets cost -1. So it becomes a level 3 1 cost instead of a 2 cost. And for 3 AP, 2 HP, that's not the worst thing in the world. But, like, you want to see it mid-game when you have a semi-board presence, because you need 2 or more Titan units in play. So I don't see this one getting too much attention, but it's an option. I mean, if you want to do the pure Titans and not Jupitris, I could see it, because then it'll be easier for you to just swarm your board with Titan units, which the current support likes to do. And you have Bound Dock. So level 6, cost 5, pure Titans, and it links with Jared Mesa, which we already have. He came out in GD02, and this is a 4/5 naturally. So activate main once per turn, exile 3 Titans cards from your trash. This unit gains breach 4 during this turn. This one, I don't know how I feel about it. It's a level 6, cost 5. But you have to exile 3 Titans cards from your trash, which means you have to play more Titans cards. And, like, if it was Jupitris, yes, because as we just saw, a lot of the Jupitris were made with synergy in mind. Like, they really go off each other, so you really kind of want to play more Jupitris. But for Titans, you don't really want to play all the Titans that we have. Like, you want to play Psycho, you might play MA mode. The Hyzacs are pretty cool, I guess, because they're cheap. But honestly, as of right now, I think the Titans are more of a splash than they are like a core. And then to exile 3 Titans cards and just gain Breach 4 that turn, when you already have Breach 3, which is just fine with Psycho Gundam, or if you really want to do a higher Breach, you could do green and just play Wing. And that one just has it naturally, and it can attack standing units. And it's a level 6 cost 4 with the same stats. I don't know, man. This one just seems too much for what it does. But I guess that gives blue a higher breach access. All right, and then here we go. Our pilots. So let's start with Paptimus Sirocco. So he is the one that links with the O. So when linked, choose one of your other units. It gains repair 2 during this turn. Then, if it is a Jupiter trait, draw 1. So this is actually really good, because you're already playing the O. The O's good. We love a good O. And then he gives repair 2 to any other unit. And then you get to draw if it's Jupitris. So you see what I mean? That's why I think Lane will go good in like a Titan Jupitris, because like right there, if you had something with Lane under, boom, high maneuver, done. So I like this guy. Yeah, I like this guy. I think it's good. Then we have Yazan Gable. Choose one of your Titan's units whose level is equal to or lower than this unit. It gets AP +1 during this turn. I mean, he's there, you know. Like it just wants you to play more Titans. But if you can run him in a Jupitris build, because all the Jupitris are Titans, but not all Titans are Jupitris. Because he links to the Humbrabi, but that's just a pure Titan. But also the Humbrabi isn't too bad. What does he do again? If you have 2 or more Titans units in play, choose one enemy level with 5 or less HP and rest it. Yeah, I could make a case for Humbrabi. That's just on attack. I don't know if I can make a case for Yazan, though. Choose one of your Titans units whose level is equal to or lower than this unit, so it's going to be level 5. It's just, like, in this deck, in this archetype, trait type, what have you, just the added AP to me just kind of doesn't do it for me. But then we have Sarah Zabiarov. Oh man. So when linked, choose one enemy unit that's level 3 or lower, rest it. Honestly, that's not bad. She's a Titan, she's a Jupiter, she's a new type, and she's level 3, cost 1. Again, just like Mackenzie, it's early access. You can link her to a lot of things, have Titans and Jupitris generic traits, and then a few have new type links, but I knew a few have new type when pair effects. So I can see her being a very versatile pilot. Especially, like, I think 2 of the cards we went over for the Titans have just a generic Jupitris link. And like, I'm not a fan of the level 3 or lower rest, but like I said, that's also like most of the popular blockers. Because then like AO Strike is level 5, but like that's more aggressive. And the same thing with Freedom. Like the ones you want to pop are the lower ones, and the tokens off of Striker Pack. So I don't know. I want to like her a lot, but I think she's a little mediocre. But hey, man, we'll see. I'm gonna try to build a Jupitris deck, so I'm gonna see what I can do with her. But then we do have a command card for Titans. It is Privileged Position. So burst, draw one. We love to see that. Once again, synergy with Lane. And then choose one of your Titans Link units battling an enemy unit. Set it as active. Not bad. That's an action. But it is a level 6, cost 2. The cost 2 isn't too bad, it's just the level 6 that makes me weary. Because it kind of makes it a 2-card combo Epion. Because you have to battle an enemy unit. But, this could be good with Psycho Gundam, since you want to take advantage of that breach and the heal. You're not going to be able to draw twice, but you could still breach twice. Or you could just stand it up and not attack so that it's not susceptible to whatever your opponent has going on next turn. So I think Privileged Position, I see what it's doing. I see what it wants to do. I just don't know if it's gonna. And then we have Rakoa's Shadow. So main action, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP, rest it. If a friendly Jupitris Link unit is in play, choose 1 to 2 enemy units with 3 or less HP instead. I mean, it's a level 3 cost 1 command pilot. Pretty cheap. I mean, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP. I've said all I can say about 3 or less. Oh no, that was level 3. I mean, 3 or less HP, that's fair, that varies. HP is a fluctuating stat. Always, so. But that's the problem, it's always fluctuating. So there's not like a set, like, oh, this is gonna work right now. This is more like, if I see it when I need it, cool. But it is Rakoa Land, and she does link with one of the units. I believe she links with Pallas Athene. I mean, yeah, okay, so they both kind of just rest. Eh. And then we have the base, the namesake of the deck. So Jupitris. Burst, deploy this card, deploy at one of your shields to your hand. Then, if a friendly Jupitris unit is in play, choose one enemy unit that is level 3 or lower resting. So, my issue is that these things rest a lot, but they don't get a payoff. The payoff comes in form of Psycho Gundam with 4, but that is a lot of pilots. And also, Psycho Gundam doesn't benefit off of any of the Jupitris things. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, resting is always nice. Like I said, you rest your blockers, whatever. So you can go in and swing. I'm not too sold on most of the Jupitris stuff, to be honest. Like, a lot of it just feels like, it's blue. Make it rest. I do say my playstyle, I do like a good rest deck. Just rest everything. You don't get to do things, and if I feel like it, I can swing into you. So I might do something, but I will say this though, it does look fun. It does look fun. So we got the full armor unicorn mode, destroy mode. Level 8, cost 6, repair 3. And it links with Banager links. 6/6 though. Banager is a 2/2, so that makes this an 8/8. Level 8, 6 costs, 8/8. Not bad. I mean, the repair 3 is good. Honestly, hold on. You know what? Take it back. I think this is very good. Earlier, I forget what card it was. Oh, it was repair 3. Repair 3. All right, like this is just going to be your big beater. He's going to be 8/8 under Banager, or with Banager under him. And he's just going to swing into any threat, and then he can repair 3. Like that's threatening. Honestly, I think this might not look good at face value, but if you stand back and look at the bigger picture, honestly, I think it's right now. I think it's very underrated, and I don't blame them for that because on at face value, it's like okay, because it's just big and has repair 3, but like it's big. Like it's as big as a 0, and it's cheaper than 0, and it repairs. Like a lot of the times, you needed to get 0 out, quote unquote, early. Because once they got out their level 6s, like 0 was just big. And granted, it has high maneuver, but a lot of times when you summoned it, it had to be at level 9 so you could link it and swing. But with this, you still got a resource left over even after you link it. So honestly, I immediately thought this card was meh, but I think it's going to be a sleeper card, and it's going to sneak up on people. I might try to do something with it, actually. We'll see. This card, though, the only reason that I don't call this card complete trash is the fact that it's a level 5. And if we go all the way back to June of last year, or was it July? August? Who knows? Unicorn Mode Destroy Mode. GD01 When playing this card from your hand, you may destroy one of your Link units with Unicorn Mode in its card name that is level 5. If you do, play this card as if it has 0 level and cost. Attack, choose one enemy unit, rest it. And we used to use the other Unicorn Mode, which was a 4 cost. So you had to use 5 resources. But the advantage that the GD01 Unicorn Mode had was during Link, destroyed, return this unit's paired pilot to its owner's hand, and then discard one. This let you recycle Banager. Destroy mode, it has to be a Link unit with Unicorn mode. And full armor Unicorn Gundam Unicorn mode, like you don't get the recycle, which is what made that little combo so good. It's good because it's a cheaper level 5, so you kind of get to keep a resource and you still get to draw with your Banager. But I mean, the only situation I can see where this is, I'm not even going to say better, where this is a solid option over the other unicorn mode is when you're pilot clogged. Because maybe you drew your 4 Banagers. It happens. Oh dear, does that happen more often than I would like it to? And you do that, get rid of a Banager, play the destroy mode, and then you have another one ready on the bench. So I don't know, man. I think the full armor unicorn mode destroy mode or unicorn Gundam destroy mode is really good. I actually really like this one. Not a big fan of full armor unicorn Gundam unicorn mode, but I'm glad that it's getting kind of more support. I just wish it was better support. And then obviously with Banager, when you link, you get to draw 1 card, so that's nice. And lastly, we have the Kshatriya Besselrong. I hope I said that right. It is a blue 6 level, cost 5, Neo Zeon links with Merida Cruz for 4. A blue Neo Zeon is neat, and then it has repair 1 and then deploy, draw 1. I'm always a fan of deploy, draw 1. I do think maybe the level 6/5 cost might be a little steep, but I think Merida makes up for it because now that gives her effect 1 more level. Because Merida Cruz is choose 1 enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than this unit, deal 1 damage to it. And prior to this card's release, it only had the Kshatriya, which is a level 5, so it could only damage level 5s. Or, if you're that guy or girl, you could play Banshee Destroy Mode, which is a level 6. Just like this one. But the difference here is that the Banshee Destroy Mode was very high reward, but it was very inconsistent. So a lot of times not even worth playing. But I think with this in a blue-red deck, which is where Merida shines, which I'm sure that wasn't by design, I think this is going to be a decent addition. I'm not saying it's the best thing since sliced bread, but I'm also not saying that it's bad. Because look at it this way, at level 6, if you haven't seen your show of resolves, you're going to start to run pretty thin on the hand. So level 6, you deploy this beefy little guy, 4/4, level 6, 5 cost, draw 1. Who knows? Maybe you top deck the Merida, Link. And then you can swing into something, ping something that level 6 or lower, which is that extra level really encompasses a lot. A lot of strong units are at level 6 and higher, but we're gonna cap it out at 6 for the purpose of the example. And then repair 1 on what essentially will become a 6/5. It's not repair 2 or repair 3, but it's still repair 1, and that does add up. Because if you hit something with 3 AP, you go down to 2 if it's linked. Repair 1, go back up to 3. I mean, that'll keep you out of range of the little guys, of any like stray GMs or anything that might want to swing into you. And it also gives Merida just a little more, what's the word? Flexibility? It's not the word I want, but it'll work. So yeah, I think that's good, and I think I'm always game for more additions to link with Merida. So that gives her a total of 4 units that Merida can link to. Well, 3 that specifically link to her, but the Unicorn Gundam Banshee Unicorn mode, that's Merida's unit, 100%. But yeah, that wraps it up for the blue cards that are set to be released the coming 10 days. Let me know how you liked how I organized it. This video did go on a little longer than I anticipated, but not as long as it could have. Look forward to the next one. We're going to be discussing green, all the green cards that are getting released. And hopefully I will have all the colors out and published well before the set comes out, so you guys are ready to go in with a plan. Alright, thank you guys for watching. And once again, let me know how you enjoyed the way that I organized this video, or if I completely ripped it off somebody else. And tell me who, so I can go watch their version.